welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you have visited before. My name is Angela. This is What's on My Needle series, episode 17. Today is April 12th, 2026. And this is the little corner on the internet where I share all about my crafty adventures. Today I have 3 finished projects and few whips to share with you. I don't think I have any acquisitions to share at this time, and one of the reasons why is because on the 24th I will be going to Salem to the Witch Yarn Festival, and I hope to buy some yarn from smaller businesses, small vendors. I can't wait. So next episode will probably be me sharing all about the trip and what I bought. But without further ado, let me tell you how I want to structure today's episode. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm wearing, my finished projects, my whips, future plans, and I wanted to share a little bit about my business life update at the end, probably. So it has been beautiful weather here, and as you saw in the intro, a lot of flowers are popping up. I've been able to make a first salad with my own greens. I am also an herbalist and a gardener, and I have my small business where I sell a lot of herbal goodies and handmade things. But about that a little bit later in this video. I'm wearing the Camisole number 4 from My Favorite Things Knitwear. This is 1 skein of fingering weight yarn. I was able to get to here. It's a little shorter than what I am comfortable with, but with high-waisted pants or with something a little bit higher waisted, it covers everything that needs to be covered. And yeah, I shared about this project in the past. So my first finished project is the Whitmoor Cardigan from Amy Lowden, and I have made the entire video dedicated to this cardigan that I will link in the description below. It's gorgeous. I'm very happy with it. I love the pattern. Oh, I love the pattern. What I don't love about this project is the yarn. It is the drops yarn. I held the alpaca and the silk mohair, kit silk mohair together. It is very itchy. I don't have super sensitive skin, but this is tough. So the only way I will be able to wear it is with a long sleeve shirt under. Next finished project is the Twin Leaf Baby Blanket by Lindsay Hunt. Here it is. This is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I made a baby blanket for my coworker. I used 100% acrylic yarn that I bought at Walmart, and it was a big ball of baby yarn, and I think it was 300 grams, and I have this much left, maybe a little less than 50, I think, I'm not sure. I did make it bigger than what the pattern calls for. I already blocked it, and I made a mistake in the pattern about here. I don't know if you can see it. So I skipped 1 row right there. And I was thinking about writing a card, and in the card writing that there is a mistake in this little blanket, but it is to remind her daughter about the fact that even if you make a mistake, you can still create something beautiful. It's a little cheesy, but I thought it was cute also. And my last finished project is another squishy shawl. This is my own pattern. I held worsted weight yarn with a strand of silk mohair. Those are both yarns that I had left and saved from when I lived in Italy. I don't think you'll be able to find either of them. This is 100% acrylic yarn, and this is kit silk mohair and polyamide mix. And I held them together and they made this gorgeous color together. This is, I think it's called fisherman's rib. So you kind of creating one by one rib, but every time you're supposed to knit a stitch, you knit in the stitch in the previous row. So it's thicker and it's very squishy. I'm planning on releasing this pattern for free, probably sometimes in the fall. And I wanted to make 3 to add to the pattern. This mohair here just flying everywhere. I wanted to make 3, so I already made one with 200 grams. This one is made with 100 grams. And the last one I will make with 150 grams just to show how big the shawl would be with that much yarn. I think it's even the 100 grams, it's a decent size. I'm sorry about my microphone. It's just right. And if this was a fingering weight yarn, it would have been much, much bigger. I think this is perfect for a little shawl. Mohair here. Okay, so that's my finished project number 3. And if you have any questions, I didn't go into crazy of a detail about either of these. The Whitmoor Cardigan because it has a dedicated video, and Squishy Shawl because there's a pattern come in, and the blanket. Well, I told you about the yarn that I have used, and I used 4mm needles. That's about it. But I think that this blanket could be done in any weight, and you could use any needles corresponding to the yarn that you use in. What else? Let's talk about my whips. So since I am not a monogamous knitter, I like to have many projects on my needles at the same time, but I was very curious how long would it take me to make a sweater if I would focus on project alone, on one project only. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I am knitting the Felix cardigan, and I have gotten quite far. I have finished sleeve this morning, and so the pattern calls for 6mm needles. I am using 5.5 just because the yarn that I'm using, the fabric looks better, or the gauge looks better with 5.5 millimeter needles. This is a yarn, again, this is my last yarn pretty much that I have left from Italy, or a sweater quantity or a full project quantity of yarn that I have left over from Italy. And from now on, you will be probably recognize other yarns that I will use in the future. There was not much information on the label, so the only thing that I know is that it's 100% yarn, wool, 100% wool. That it's 50-gram balls. I'm not sure. I think I weighed this and it was 25. I'm not sure. So this yarn was in like a convenient bag, so a whole bunch of balls in one plastic bag with a couple of labels. And it happened to me before that another one of those yarns that I have bought from the same store said that was 100% cotton, but it definitely was not. And so might not even be this yarn. It is wool, that I do know because I did the burn test, and it is wool. I like very elastic. It has quite a bit of give to it. It is made out of these for you. So it's like very easy to split. And I'm sorry about my nails, but gardening season, and I really did try. Yeah, so it splits very easily. It has quite a bit of give, which is another characteristic of wool yarn. And I thought it was this creamy color, but working with it and seeing it in knit up, it has a lighter and the darker areas. And it also, once in a while, sorry, my hair everywhere. Once in a while, it has one of the strands is literally just broken. And here we go. So it's not the highest quality of yarn, but I was thinking I might experiment. And when this is finished, because I don't think this is necessarily my color, I'm more of a cool toned. This is quite warm. I might, excuse me, I might dye the yarn or dye the finished project. That I am contemplating about, but I have definitely decided that I want to do embroidery on this for sure. About neck area coming down. We're starting at the bottom, making like a vine of leaves and flowers. Yeah. It also has bits and pieces where it's just dirty. So yeah, it is what it is. I am definitely enjoying this pattern and the process. I have never made a sweater this way. So yeah, a couple of things that I am learning this is definitely a project that it's teaching me a lot of new things. So I have found my new favorite way how to join or add a new new ball of yarn when the old one is finished. So my old way was I would do a magic knot and then just leave it the way and then weave in the ends later. What I have discovered lately is I do the magic knot and then I add the tail to the working yarn and I just knit it into my work in a couple of rows. If I'm going back and forth, it ends up to be woven in opposite sides. If I'm working in a round, you have 2 rows with 2 tails. But since this yarn is not very forgiving, you can see that right here. It just adds thickness and it adds, even where the knot is, it's just not pretty at all. So I did that a couple times because those bowls are so small. And then the next time what I did, it's just leaving the magic knot with the ends to be woven in later. And you can see it right here. And then what I have tried is just experimenting with different ways to do this. I didn't do a magic knot. I just left it and just simply started a new ball with the plan of weaving in the ends later. So this is the result. I haven't woven the ends yet. So once those are woven in, it would probably look more like this. It's still visible though. And then I came across a short video on YouTube that somebody shares her favorite way to weave in or start a new yarn ball. And it's funny, I couldn't even find it because you literally cannot see it. And the ends on the other side are not woven in yet, but it's right here. You see my finger? But you can't see where the yarns join. Look. And I absolutely love it. And I did that on the sleeve too. So let me find one here. Here it is. And it's right here. You can't see it. It's just amazing. So I will add the video. It's very simple. You literally, I think what is necessary though, that you have to be working either stockinette at the moment or working on a net stitch, because it starts with you inserting needle into the next stitch knitwise, and then you just fold those ends a couple times. It's hard to describe, but I will add the video into the description box, and please do check it out because it's amazing and it's definitely my new favorite way to join yarns for sure. So here's my Felix cardigan, or Felix pullover, and how far I have gotten. I am working on 5.5 millimeter needles, and I want to finish the second sleeve before I finish the length, because I want to see how much yarn I have left for that. And yeah, I think that's all. I am working the second size, but it is still quite tight, and I have a feeling that this yarn will block larger. It will relax quite a bit. I have the feeling. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's the right feeling. And at my end, I just did the Italian sewn bind off, and it did call for the Italian cast on, but I did not do that. I just did regular long tail cast on, and because this yarn is so elastic and so forgiving as of stretchiness, it worked out quite nicely. But that's definitely another technique that I would love to learn in the future. You put this away. Here we go. Next, so I am exclusively working on this at the moment, and I think it might take me one more week. Hopefully I will be done by the time we go to Salem, just on the 24th. So I have about 11 more days. We'll definitely be done by then. Will not be embroidered, but it will be I'll finish knitting it by then. And other whips that I have, I still had 2 whips hibernating since the last summer, and as soon as I'm done with the Felix pullover, I keep wanting to say Felix cardigan, but it's not. It's the Felix pullover. As soon as I'm done with that one, I will go back to the whips and try to finish those. And one of them is just a blanket that I have started. It's the same stitch as my squishy shawl. So the fisherman rib, I do believe it's called. I only have this much. It's going to be decent size blanket for sure. And those are the from Lion brand. And I think I should have no. I have it in my knitting journal. It's from Lion brand, ombre or gradient. I think it's gradient yarn. Again, it's 100% acrylic, but this is good to be just thrown into the washing machine. So that's why I'm using acrylic for blankets. And another one that I am planning on picking back up as soon as the Felix pullover is finished. Lavender Tank Top by Jenny Williams. Here it is. This is a paid for pattern on Reverly, and I am this far. It's supposed to have this lace pattern on the sides too, but I decided not to do that. And it is supposed to be worked bottom up in 2 parts and then sewn together, but I have decided to join and work in a round, and I am using Zoe from Juniper Moon Farm, which is 60% cotton and 40% linen. And I do believe that this color has been discontinued, and I knew I didn't have enough to finish this project. Well, I bought, I think, 2, and then I went on the hunt to find another 2 balls, and I bought them online, and they're different dye lot, but I will mix and match them. You can't really see the difference that much. And I'm using one of my stitch markers, the ladybug. Okay. And I think one of the next upcoming videos, it's me wrapping up my whips, and also I have lots of unfinished, almost finished projects. So things that I think they're done, but then I try them on, I'm not so happy with them, and then need a little bit of something. I have a pair of long stockings that I have made for my witchy costume on Halloween, and they need a couple more stripes. So things like that. Then I have one of bandanas that I haven't finished because I ran out of yarn. Bandanas from my small business, from my online shop. And since then, I do have the yarn, but I haven't gotten to finishing it. What else? I have the Sabai top, which is knit up in the Kubo yarn from Lion's brand. It's a blend of cotton and bamboo, but it's a like grayish, quite boring color, and I would like to make some embroidery on that one. So I just wanna, those projects or unfinished projects are just on the back of my mind, pestering me all the time. So I just wanna dedicate some time and finishing those before I start anything new as soon as I finish the Felix Pullover. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I wanted to share about my knitting that I have been up to lately. And I wanted to share a little bit about my small business. There's going to be a little launch coming. I hope it will work out and it will be available at the end of April. I have been working on a lots of new stitch markers. It's a new collection with some flower beads and sparkly beads, and I'm really excited about that. I have been accepted to a big event here in Colorado. It's the Territory Days in Old Colorado City, and that one will be in May. Oh, I can't wait. So I have to get ready for that one. So I've been spending a little bit more time in the studio, and I have been really busy in the garden, cleaning up the garden beds, starting new seedlings. I can't wait to start planting. But here in Colorado Springs, the weather it's unpredictable, and they do advise you not to plant anything until after Mother's Day. And the reason is that we have gotten snowstorms even in the May 18th, which is crazy. This almost destroyed our tree in the front yard because it already had green leaves, and the weight of the snow just gripped on those leaves and damaged a lot of trees around us too. And yeah, I'm just excited and busy and excited for my trip to Salem. Tomorrow is my birthday, so it's a little gift to myself, and my husband is coming with me. So as we have both been very busy lately, so we can just enjoy some time together. Yeah, and that's all I wanted to share today with you. Please let me know if you have any questions. I would love to answer any questions that you have. I'm here to help. I'm very happy to help. And thank you so much if you made it this far. All my blabbering and all my nonsense. I don't really have anybody to share knitting with, so I am really happy about all of you, and I am very grateful for all my followers and all the likes and comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. And then until next time, I hope your life is filled with happiness. Bye.